Hello everybody. Welcome. As you can see, it is patch day. We have been waiting for this. Guilty Gear Strive. New patch coming out on the 10th. Patch notes out today on June 8th. We're going to get over it. I set an alarm to wake up early. My body is dying, but my brain is awake. I'm just going to get right into it. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, here we go. The balance version will be updated from 1.09 to 2.0. You check balance version and replay theater. Some mission modes may have changed to reflect this. Universal change. We have made it more rewarding to use moves that are underutilized. And technique require challenging inputs while also making controls more comfortable. Roman cancels. Canceling in a normal or special moves with a Roman cancel now triggers a slowdown effect and limits the tension gauge cost. Isn't that already a thing? I'm sorry, I don't understand that change. Sorry. Counter hit. Such moves as standing P and crouching kick now trigger a slowdown effect on counter hit, making combos not normally possible available. The one thing I want to say about this is in the demonstration, didn't they show a crouching punch do the slowdown effect? Is this a typo, you think? You think it's supposed to be crouching punch and crouching kick? Even so, that's fine. Flawless defense, we are looking at a way to improve the issue where most normal attacks would come out when inputting flawless defense under certain conditions. However, due to a high chance of losing control responsiveness when changing the current input method, we have addressed the issue by adding a flawless defense button. I don't know if I'm going to use the flawless defense button. I have no issue with flawless defense, but I mean, I kind of have on the top 4, it's punch slash dust burst, and then my bottom is kick heavy slash my run macro RC. So I don't know. Revised input mechanism for moves with the same input for grounded or aerial versions. For example, Tagami by Biken. I guess I don't, dude. What? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. There's so much happening, but I don't know what the fuck most of it means. But I feel like I do know what most of it means. Obviously, I know what the counter hit means. The Roman cancel one, I thought the Roman cancel already does a fucking slow. Like the Roman cancel already does a slowdown when you do it. So that's kind of weird. As a measure to make usage of the ground and aerial versions distinct for some characters, when a special move was input as the jump star, the aerial version will come out at a low height to a low height midair if the upwards direction was inputted. This resulted in strict input requirements, so we have made the grounded version activate even when the up. No, that's actually bad. That's actually bad. Okay, I get it. So if you were to do quarter circle and then hold up, your character would jump, but you would still get the aerial version of the move. So with like Kai's Ride the Lightning, if you if you get a wall stick and they're like slightly too high, you can do Ride the Lightning input, but then put up, and then Kai would jump, and then you can do Ride the Lightning. So I don't know if this makes it harder. Know about move inputs, input priority for 236 and DP special moves. This refers to the general input mechanic of the game, not a change made in the patch. When an input simultaneously 236 or DP is prioritized, but when fucking 426 and 236 prioritized. This is previously implemented as a hidden mechanic, but we decided to reveal it in accordance with the change above on how the input motions are handled. Sure, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Special moves canceling into overdrives before coming out. This change, although it has several purposes, is mainly intended to make it easier to perform overdrives, which is part of the input. For example, Faust, what could it be? And Faust, what could it be? Okay. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. So you can cancel into that. So you can throw one and then go straight into super, I guess. Input priority for normal moves under certain conditions. The input for crouching normals and crouching normals. What? Crouching normals and command normals. I am out of it. The inputs for. Thank you all for watching me, by the way, dude. I'm doing a terrible job, but hey, it be like that. We're all human. Inputs for crouching normals and command normals will not be prioritized over standing normals. For example, when inputting 2S during the hit stop of a closing standing S, if you release down quickly, far standing slash will come out. However, this is changed. Crouching slash would come out. Okay. Sure. We'll just have to get used to it, I guess. All these changes. Other universal changes for characters. Jumping attacks. As many characters have yes utility for their jumping P compared to other air attacks, we have adjusted the blowback effect on hit, making it easier to convert into combo. You know, I'm glad, because maybe Kai can do cool stuff now. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Dash cancels. While this is previously only available for some characters, all characters can now dash cancel their stand and close slash. Oh! Oh my god! Dude, that hit it. That made me stretch. Yes! That's so sick! That's so sick! I mean, like, fuck. But, like, that's so sick! Oh, yes. Overall damage adjustment. Some highly used moves with jelly fertility have had their damage decrease. Overdrives that work well as counter hits have had their attack start, recovery, etc. revised with their damage remain. Oh, revised with their damage remaining unchanged, making it easier to punch them on block. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought they were about to say, like, yo, we nerfed fucking Ram. We nerfed Ram super. This is so sick. The dash cancel. Ah, that's so cool. Oh, fuck. That's so sick. Oh, my God. We have so much to do. We have so much to do. Whew. Changes. Roman cancels. Now trigger slowdown effect when canceling into normal or special move. The slowdown effect is only triggered when in close proximity to the opponent. Now the tension gauge is gradually... Now causes the tension gauge to gradually deplete. Does not apply to yellow Roman cancel. So when you Roman cancel, your bar doesn't... You don't lose 50. You just lose some of it. Made a timing for canceling into normal or special moves faster. Made a time into canceling into normal or special moves faster. The slowdown effect of ferocity now ends when the attack lands. No longer applies any type of scaling when the shockwave hits the opponent. They raise the damage. They raise the damage of red RC. What the dude? This game's bonkers. When the player inputs Psych Burst before the opponent activates overdrives, the Psych Burst will no longer be canceled. That's kind of sick. Fix the bug where activation of Psych Burst hitbox will be delayed on certain circumstances. Will activate a certain height or air. The speed of the character rises and is now reduced. When activated from a certain height in the air, the speed the character rises at is now reduced. Does that mean it's easier to recover? I don't fucking know. We'll test it out. When input using the dash button, inputting back directly after the action no longer performs a backdash. That's pretty sick. I'm actually happy with that. That I would get a lot of fucking miscellaneous backdashes because of that. Input priority. During hit stop, moves that require a down input, such as crouching normals, and moves that require a forward input, such as command normals, are now prioritized over standing normals and jumping normals. Some jumping normals. Depending on the current movement speed of the asking character, the launch and blowback of the character on hit now changes. The change applies to jump normals not previously impacted by the above mechanic. Such moves can now be canceled into overdrives before the move comes out. I don't know if that really. I guess with Kai, maybe. I guess you can cancel charge stun edge, but everything else is like kind of quick-ish. Oh, maybe you can do Founder's Arc and then cancel in the Ride of Lightning. Some overdrives are now affected by priority movement, such as dash momentum. Pretty sick. And follows defense button, decrease the amount of gauge tension depleted. Good. Follows defense buff. Wall stick. When wall stick initiates simultaneously with the super flash of certain overdrives, the wall stick will not be prioritized. Wall break. Fix the bug where there was a variation in the distance between the characters after the wall break sequence, depending on the conditions, such as the stage. When wall break was triggered by overdrive. Don't know what the fuck. I've never seen that before. Fix a bug where the risk level would deplete more than intended with activating Robo Cancel during a throw under certain conditions. Okay, so there was I don't know if that's ever happened to me. I guess when you throw people. Oh, yo, wait, what the fuck? Look at down here. Everything doesn't counter it now. Everything's a counter it. Characters now switch directions to face the opponent when canceling some jumping normals in the other move lane animation. Actually, I had this issue with Kai. If Millia was in the corner, right? Like I have the pressure. Millia's in the corner. If Millia were to jump and dash, and I do Kai's DP, and I do RC, if I were to air dash, Kai would still go forward, and Millia would go backwards still. Even though I would try to air dash to, catch them and keep them in the corner, like with like a jumping slash right now, like a big combo. But yeah, Kai would jump the wrong way afterwards. Like he didn't turn around. It actually lost me a game one time because Millia was one hit, and so was I. And I hit the DP, and when I went to air dash, the dude Kai face planted into the wall. Fix a bug where sometimes only crouching moves could be performed under certain conditions, and then standing kick, standing punch, standing kick, crouching punch, crouching kick, jumping punch, jumping kick now trigger a slowdown effect on counter hit. Standing K can now be dash canceled, does not apply to Potemkin and Nago because they don't have dashes. Now launches opponents less than previously when used in multiple hits of the combo. And then can now be dash cancels, not apply for Potemkin or Nago. That's pretty sick. God, that's so sick. Adjusted the hurt boxes while taking damage. Mid-side hurt boxes were more difficult to hit than others during combos have been expanded. Alright, now the actual meat and potatoes. Adjusted his crouching kick and sweep to improve Soul's low option strength and his ability to pressure the opponent. Volcanic Viper has been approved as an offensive tool with the adjustments to its hitbox and more, as there's a window with no active hitbox directly as Soul ascends, meaning it would not always function. Oh wait, what? They buffed his DP? Of course they buffed him. Why would they not buff Soul Bad Guy? He's the number one cool character. Buff Soul Bad Guy's fucking DP. Make it harder to hit. On the other hand, standing K. Oh, let's go! Oh, let's go! On the other hand, his standing K and far standing slash were too strong compared to other characters. Their performance has been decreased while leaving the greatest strengths. The attack start recovering on block as is. That's fair. Decreased attack level, increased damage scaling, now depletes more risk gauge, increased combo blowback if standing K is a starter. So what would happen would be you would jump and then Soul would do standing K because there's 3 frames and it hits high, and then he would do a whole ass combo. Crouching kick decrease knockback, right? this was a patch. If you see this one a lot, it's because the crouching kick and the crouching sweep is supposed to usually always combo. So they did that. They did that last patch for some characters. So I guess the people were like, "Hey, soul sweep still doesn't connect." I'm like, okay. Far slash decrease damage. 6S decrease damage. HS. Oh my fucking god! They did it. They nerfed them. Increased recovery. Increase expanded upwards. Hitbox. Decrease knockback. Sweep is better. Jumping P now launches opponents higher. Right. Everybody's gonna get these. Now launches opponents higher. Jump dust. Reduce frontal hurt box. Now causes less wall break value gain. Ground throw. Decreased recovery upon successful though. Gun flame feint. Decreased recovery. That's fine. That's fine. When he goes, huh, whatever. Soul's Volcanic Viper. Soul is now in a standing position on landing rather than crouching. Added a hitbox directly after ascent begins. And hitbox now remains throughout. Expanded hitbox during descent and reduced hurt box can no longer be roaming canceled while the opponent gold burst is active. When blocked midair, the opponent now lands more quickly than before. That's pretty sick. Increase attack startup on Volcanic Viper S version. Oh, so it's not so fucking quick no more. Aerial Bandit Bringer, decrease action startup. That's whatever. Night Raid Vortex, where he slides across the floor, now launches the opponent higher. I think sometimes when he did it, because it says on the charge version, I know in the normal version, I think they hit you and then you immediately roll out. But I think on the charge version, it's so you can actually get a combo, which makes sense. But usually, if you do the charge version, 9 times out of 10, you're already hitting a counter hit. But maybe they want the opponent to get knocked higher so that way you can start doing jump combos. Reduce lower hitbox. That's pretty sick. And then increase attack startup, increase recovery. Okay. This is where it is. This is all I care about. This is all I care about. The recovery die declare has been great! Yes! This is already great! Make it easier to buffer into no removes and now easier to follow up on corner. The usage restriction of stun edge has been revised and the aerial recovery stun has been decreased, further improving Kai's ability to fight at far range. It is now possible to continue offense after opponent blocks, drag, and install. After affection, the movement speed of his forward move, dash, etc. has been increased. Oh my fucking god, dude! Crouching K. 6K can now be canceled in the special moves. I fucking called it! I fucking called it, dude! I fucking called it! I called it! I know what I'm talking about! Reduce recovery on his close slash. Reduce frontal hurt box. Oh my god, they did it! Oh my god. Oh my god. Can now be jump canceled and air dash canceled and can now be canceled in special move. Now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Now launches the opponent higher. Decreased horizontal blowback can now be canceled into a finishing blow during a homing jump. Reduce recovery upon successful. Now launches the opponent lower with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Shock state. Effect now ends when Kai takes damage. Stun edge all versions. Usage restriction is now removed after a set amount of time passage. Reduced recovery. Charge stun edge. Usage restriction is now removed after a set of time pass. Found decreased attack level on the initial reduced recovery. Vapor thrust. Expanded lower hitbox can no longer be roaming cancel while the opponent goes. Die declare reduced recovery. Bright lighting. Whatever. Atlas.
He is currently going to the coffee shop. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, I'm reading Guilty Gear Strive patch notes. I'm gonna head out because I'm doing a YouTube video right now. But when he comes back, tell him they nerfed Soul and they buffed Kai. Tell him it's a good day to be alive. Tell him it's a good day to be alive. Holy shit, they did it! These madmen did it!
I don't believe it.
They nerfed Soul and they buffed Kai, dude. Oh my god.
I don't believe it.
I'm tearing up. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let him know.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye. They did it. The madmen did it. They did it. Oh, let me take a little screenshot. That's gonna be the YouTube wallpaper. May. The priorities of Mr. Dolphin horizontal and Mr. Dolphin vertical are now vary when the button is held down. Although it's straightforward a lunge attack, in addition to its prior uses, May has more options to change the movement distance or active frames depending on how long the button is held. Oh, okay. Which means it might be worse if they just if they spam it, is what they're saying. They have to really like charge the move, is what I'm understanding. 6P, adjusted animation of opponent, character on hit, standing K, reduced knockback. Crouching K, decreased knockback. We've seen that before. Her 3K, the opponent can now recover after landing. I don't know what the fuck her 3K is, honestly. Standing HS, decreased damage. Let's go! Everybody's getting decreased damage! Except for Kai Keys, because he's the god! God, I'm so happy! And they keep just buffing Dragon Install. It's just hilarious. That's just funny. Crouching HS now launches the opponent lower. 6 HS, decreased damage. Sweep. Expanded from the hurt box. Jump P. Yes, we know this. Jump K. Yes. Jumping 2 HS. That's increased recovery. Let's go. That's when she drops it hot on the anchor. Dolphins all versus decreased damage. Active frames now increase when the button is held down. Now maintains momentum after landing on a whiff. Vertical movement speed now increases when the button's held down. No longer hits opponent when more than a set distance apart. Reduced recovery on hit. When the ascending part of the attack hits, the opponent now bounces higher. Increased speed of descent after hitting the opponent. Makes sense, right? So now when you land the vertical dolphin, you actually get rewarded. The wonderful dynamic fucking whale. When blocked mid-air, the opponent now lands more quickly than before. Increased recoveries means you can probably definitely fucking punish her. Dude, oh my god, they're making all the good changes. Axel low. Winter Mask can now be used in the combo situation where Sickle Flash would not connect. Winter Mantis can now be used as a follow-up. In the corner, 6K and a Rainwater can now combo more easily. In addition to improving the utility of pokes such as Crouching P and Standing Far S, his ability to fight mid-range has also been strengthened by adjusting the attack of Aerial Snail, making it easier to do it. I don't know much about Axel. I'm not going to lie, so I'm going to leave it here. If you want to pause it, if you're an Axel main, please go ahead. I'm just going to, his 6K got added a wall bounce effect. That's kind of sick. I like that for him. Rainwater. Don't know what the only move I know is by Axel is Sickle Flash, I think, is when he and then that's the only one I know, dude. That's the only one I know, and I hate that move. And Axel Bomber, of course, and Axel Bomber. Axel Bomber. That's pretty sick. But it looks like they didn't touch his ultimate, not his ultimate. Hello, his overdrive where he slows down time, which is good because that's like one of his biggest combo dealing factors. So and they seem to boost his other moves, so maybe that will make him even better. Chip's biggest strength is the amount of options, so we made adjustments to emphasize this advantage. The attack startup of Senzu has been reducing Strengthening as a mix-up tool, area Alpha Blade diagonal can now be follow-up when it hits. And Gamma Blade, in addition, is become more rewarding due to the increase of options, is more difficult to counter. That's fine. Little chip up. Crouching kick, standing close to recovery. I wonder what the reduced recovery is in all these. Maybe everybody just has a plus frame close slash now. Far standing slash, jump P, jump K, as we know. No longer hits the opponent. Makes sense. Aerial Alpha Blade horizontally. Area Alpha Blade diagonal. Chip lands at a greater distance forward than before. Decreased recovery. No longer hits opponent. No longer hits opponent when more than a set distance. Now depletes more risk level. Increases combo blowback. I think this is because people kept doing the Alpha Blade combo in the corner. Maybe they didn't like that. Which is weird. But... Or maybe they didn't like how people were doing high Alpha Blade and then they were like air dashing in the aerial kick into then I think crouching slash to catch people, but I don't know. Beta Blade, all versions can no longer be roaming cancel. We know this. Increased attack startup. Let's go, dude. They nerfed his DP. Gamma Blade increases attack level. Now launches opponent higher. They said it was like harder to combo. Now launches the opponent less than previously when used multiple times in the combo. Increased tumble duration. I guess maybe you can do wall bounces with it. Very similar to Soul's Jump Dust or Soul's, I think this is his forward heavy slash where he does the fucking rocket punch. Maybe he can do, or like, you know, Leo when he be bouncing your ass off the wall. Senpatsu or Senzu, reduce attack startup, reduce recovery, increase movement speed, now creates less distance when the opponent is in the corner. The opponent can now recover after landing. Now depletes the less risk level, reduce combo blowback. Let me load up Dust Loop for this because just to verify Senzu. That's his. Oh, it's his overhead. They're still gonna make a negative on block, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. Maybe better. And then changed his this one from punch to kick, or from kick to punch, I guess, because I think he probably this probably kept hitting the Rekka or some shit. Maybe they kept doing the Alpha Blade diagonal. I don't know. What's our Potemkin? Garuda Impact is now easier to follow up when near the corner, even on an aerial hit, making punching the opponent's backdash more rewarding. That's fair. That's fair. His shield super, used to function both as an invincible move and a way to maintain offense, is no longer has invincibility, but it has improved. Oh, let's go, dude! That's so sick. That means he no longer has a wake up invincible super. That's so sick. It now works in a block string after 6k, opening up the potential for a high-low mix using a dust attack or sweep, or going to guard crush with Garuda Impact. We all know this. His 6HS, reduced frontal hitbox, reduced horizontal. Jump P, he can do fucking air combos. He's Potemkin, reduced frontal hurtbox on Potemkin Buster. Mega Fist forward, reduce damage. Mega Fist back, reduce damage. You love the way it goes. Reduce damage, reduce damage. Hammerfall, the opponent can no longer recover after landing on counter hit. Increase maximum forward movement time possible. FDB, reduces damage scaling, now depletes less risk level. Reduced combo level scaling, now causes less wall break. For the impact, decreased damage, remove wall bounce effect, added tumble effect. And his super, they removed invincibility. Projectiles now appear when the strike hit lands. Increased duration of tension penalty, reduced startup attack, reduced recovery, expanded hitbox on the strike hit. No longer gains tension when the strike lands. No longer triggers a wall break when the strike hit lands. The projectile now decelerates when close to the corner. What's up, Suki? You here for the buffs? I need you to like... you want to lay down, my cat? You can lay down. Daddy has to read. Okay. Yeah, you can just lay there. You can just lay there. Faust. Here we go, baby. This is what some of the Faust mates have been wanting. Which, with buffs to standing kick and standing far slash, Faust can now take advantage during grounded neutral more easily. In addition, mini Faust now attacks more quickly and to better prevent the opponent's approach, making it easier to use what could it be to throw items. The decrease to the attack of this... The decrease to the attack startup of the P and K versions of Scarecrow make it more viable to surprise enemies. They can better use the tandem with items now. The attack begins once the button is released. Faust's position after the bone crushing excitement cinematic has been adjusted, making it easier to trigger wall breaks. Sick. His 6P now launches the opponent higher so he can actually do a freaking combo. Standing K, crouching K. Obviously, we all know these. Crouching slash slash. Maybe this was supposed to just be crouching slash, but a little typo. Now launches the opponent on grounded hit. Now launches the opponent higher, so you could probably do 2S and then get mix, mix, mix. A lot easier. Suki, lay down. Following heavy slash follow up. The Pokemon cover. Added stagger effect. I don't know what that... Oh, is that his... No, that's not the knife pull. What the fuck is his 6HS? The fuck is Faust's 6HS? Dude, this patch notes have been amazing so far. They actually been nerfing people. What's your 6HS, my guy? Oh, this one. Okay. Added stagger effect. Oh, that's pretty sick. Obviously all the jumping ones. Increased damage on jump 2K. Oh my god. I lost to a Faust yesterday who did nothing but jump 2K. Now they increased the damage. That guy's he's gonna go pro. Mix, mix, mix. Made the timing for controlling Faust movement directions with back or forward inputs faster. Blowback directions now match the direction Faust is facing. The final hit during the active frames now has the same properties regardless of the number of hits. Sick. Banana Peel can no longer hit multiple characters at the same time. Afro Explosion added Gar Crush effect. Meteors added Ground Bounce effect. What the fuck? Blowback direction now matches the direction the meteors are following it. Mini Faust's hitbox are now active directly after coming into contact with the opponent or being attacked. Now changes if the same button... Now only charges if the same button used to act. I thought he could flip the script on you real quick. Attack animation now begins with buttons released. Thrust, reduce frontal hurt box. Oh my god, that's amazing. Love. Increased damage on initial hit. Projectile now appears even when the move is roaming cancel. I earlier put them before. What is love? Is that his... Oh, this. Okay. Bone crushing excitement, expanded upper hitbox, blowback direction matches face. Faust is now close to the opponent after the cinematic ends, so he can get Oki Milia. Milia's ground game neutral has been improved due to the increased range and reduced startup. What the fuck? They buffed her range. They made her... She grew out her hair. The changes to jump D and Kapel and other moves make more opportunities to trip the opponent up and deal damage. Okay, they just made Milia better. Her Okazemi after knocking the opponent down is improved due to the increase. That's sick. That's sick. They made Milia. They made Milia. I respect it. I respect it. Expanded frontal hurtbox and hitbox. Okay, so you try 6P a little bit easier. Bad Moon, the final hit now launches the opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback. That's pretty sick. Turbo Fall, reduce recovery. Tandem Top, reduce recovery. Hitbox no longer disappears when Milia blocks the opponent's attack. That's kind of fuck. What the hell? Wait a second. Nah, that's kind of janky. Tandem top, increased knockback. Iron Savior, I think that's when she rides on her hair. Decreased horizontal blowback distance, expanded frontal hitbox. Lust Shaker, fix a bug where the final hit was sometimes not called blowback. Capel, changes priorities from strike to projectile. Okay. Reduced recovery, now affected by momentum, increased damage, expanded hitbox, and Winger, increased attack. So what the is Winger her super? Is Winger her super? It is. Okay. Increase attack startup. Increase recovery. Makes sense. They're doing that with everybody but Kai. Well, actually, with Kai, they increased the startup on Ride the Lightning. That's fine. Zato, when Eddie is summoned, Zato can now take more time to go on the offensive due to the reduced rate of meter consumption. Oh. Increasing the declaration of jump D comes out, makes it less likely for him to land, improving his ability as an overhead, improving his utility as an overhead. He can come up, he can trip. Dude, why can't I read now? He can trip over the opponent with difficult to react to strings with aerial attacks or 6HS. The decrease of combo blowback and other kinds of scaling makes it more rewarding to use. That's a lot in combo or strings. Eddie, reduced meter depletion when not attacking. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. If you're not attacking with Eddie, but I guess Eddie's out, you can keep him more. 6P, adjust the animation. Yes. Reduced descent speed. I think that's when he goes, when he becomes like a fucking, when he becomes like a centipede. Pierce, delay the timing when the Eddie gauge is depleted. Initial hit now launches the opponent higher. Reduce attack startup on second hit. Oh, yeah, I'm still. Reduce the attack startup on second hit. That's a lot. Okay, what's that's a lot? Is that a lot? Is that the spikes? Is that the name for the spikes coming out? Is that's a lot? It is. Aha! I'm smart. Delay the timing when Eddie gauge is depleted. Oh, wait. Whoopsie. Delay the time when Eddie gauge is depleted. Decrease damage. Let's go. All types of scaling are now applied more. Leap. Decrease damage. Bro, everybody's getting damage decreases except for Kai, brother. Except for Kai, because they already knew Kai did no fucking damage. And now with Dragon Install, you run faster. I'm sorry. I know I'm still stuck on Kai. That's my main, man. That's my main. Alright. And Amorphous, reduce attack startup, increase movement. Okay, so you can actually probably do Amorphous easier in combos. It was probably hard before. Makes sense. Alright, here we go. Ramnathal Valentine. The top 3 character. Top 3. Top 3. Here we go. Adjustments to the attack startup and recovery of crouching S has improved its utility as a poke, and it lacks the range compared to the far standing slash, made it less used previously. Yes, because you didn't need to, because this move is just too good. Ramnathal is now closer to the opponent after Daro hits on the ground, meaning she can continue her offense with close slash depending on the spacing. That's so sick. I'm so glad they keep buffing this bitch. The decreased height of this move ascends make it easier to use in neutral. The damage distribution of Cavados has been adjusted, making it deal more damage when used in combos to distinguish it from her invisible move, Mortobato. Did they buff Ramnathal again? Did I read that right? Did they really buff Ramnathal again? There's no shot. Dash cancel, increased recovery. Okay. Crouching kick. We all know this. Standing reduced upper hitbox. What the fuck? Did they really buff her? Delay timing when projectile appears. Attack startup remains unchanged. If Ramnathal takes damage after firing sword before it reaches the corner, the hitbox disappears and the sword will be placed on the ground. Decrease damage. I guess they did nerf her. Increase movement distance. No longer collides. Collision detected. Pushbox to expand. decrease damage of all other hits other than the final hit, and increase damage of the final hit. Mortabato, increase recovery, and when blocked melee, the opponent now lands more quickly than before. They didn't really change much with her, which is kind of stupid, but I don't know, right? Maybe they're like Ram's perfect. But then again, everybody else got buffed, right? So if everybody else got buffed and Ram got some nerfs, except for now her beam super does more damage, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that, right? I'll take that. Right? Because even Soul got some buffs. Fuck this guy. The changes to where the fuck this move is. I think that's his run through. Means that when the opponent is in the corner, Leo can go into brawler stance the same as mid-screen. Due to the disparity of difficulty of punishing and dealing with his sweep depending on the opponent's character, his recovery and knockback have been adjusted. Although Leo will be able to open up a counterattack, what am I saying? Although Leo will be open to a counterattack at close range, sweep during dash can function as a lunge attack. Stand K, increased recovery. Crouching K, decreased knockback. Reduced recovery, reduced recovery. Command normal 5. HS while holding far slash. Can now withstand the opponent's attack until directly before the attack is active. What the hell is that? What move is this? What the hell is command normal 5? Is it? The hell is this command normal 5? I don't know. Sweep, expanded lower hitbox, increased recovery, decreased knockback, increased movement speed, can now be affected by dash momentum, now launches the opponent higher on counter hit sick. Boom, boom, boom. We all know these. Increased attack startup, can no longer... Okay, this is his DP. Increased attack startup, which is pretty sick. Now crosses over behind opponents, even if they are in the corner. Sick. The opponent can now recover after landing. Increased damage during his kick. Do they buff Leo? Oh my god, no shot. Why the fuck do they buff this bit? Dude, Leo has won like 7 out of 12 tournaments, I feel like. They buffed the damage on his kick? On his low? Ah, but we made his sweep worse. And then now we can mix you up in the corner? Oh my god. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get Arxis. They like Leo for some reason in this game. They want Leo to be good in this game. But I don't know. Kai got some buffs, so it's whatever. I'm happy. I'm eating. The properties, moves such as far standing slash. God, dude, this is a long video. Far standing slash and crouching slash are now depending on his blood gauge. This means there's a benefit to keeping blood gauge higher than before. Nerf his blood gauge, please. Is this Beyblade? Is this Beyblade? It is. Dude, I'm smart. Stronger than the other moves. The situation on block is now less advantage. Oh my god, they made it now plus on block. It's no longer 0 on block. It's probably like -2. Let's go. The layer part of Fukio cannot be canceled in the special moves. That's fine. Crouching K, decreased knockback. Far standing slash. Attack startup now varies depending on blood gauge. Now depends on blood gauge. So I think if he has no blood gauge, he does no damage now. I think that's how they did it. Crouching slash. Attack startup now varies depending on blood gauge. Okay. All these are the same. And also depend on blood gauge. Delay the timing when the blood gauge begins to increase. Delay the time when the blood gauge begins to increase. Decreases knockback. Increase horizontal blowback. This is no longer causes collision. Increase recovery. Increase movement speed. Delay the timing. What does the hell does delay the timing mean? Does that mean like he can do more moves before his blood gauge starts kicking in? If so, why? That's stupid. What move is this one? Okay, added a bounce effect on the second hit. That's so cool. I'm glad. I'm glad you got that. Nago, you fucking needed more damage and more ways to combo into your other special moves. Delay the timing. The later half of the move cannot be canceled. Fukyo. They didn't touch his they didn't touch his command grab or nothing, or his blood gauge. They just said now you do more damage when you have higher blood gauge. This is his super, right? Yeah. What does it do now? Increase recovery. Now bounces opponent higher when the initial hit connects without triggering the follow-up cinematic. When hit in midair, the opponent now land. Okay. Okay. Giovanna. Anyway, Nago slightly not nerfed, slightly not buffed, I guess. The only big nerf is the fact that Beyblade is now negative on block, but everything else he still does a shit ton of damage. But I guess that's fair. That's his archetype. Kai got buffed. We made some adjustments to the directive future of each special move after Giovanna leaps during Sol Panti Ponenti. The forward movement cannot be controlled with back or forward motions, and the reduced startup has increased the utility of mix-up. So I think this is when she jumps and does the splits. To decrease recovery of Travajo. Trovio. Now strengthens his ability to maintain offensive pressure. Okay, whatever. Her dash can now be altered. That's fine. Crouching normals and command normals add chip damage when over. Oh, that's pretty sick. So her passive is when she has 50% meter and 100% meter, she actually gains like more defense. But this is saying that if you don't use your meter, you actually add 50%. You gain that little defense, but also you gain a little bit of chip damage. Pretty nice. I like that, right? Makes sense. They're touching her passive a little bit more. Increased recovery no longer hits the opponent. That's pretty sick. They didn't really touch the hurt box or nothing of the sweep, but they did increase the recovery, so maybe you can actually punish it. Decreased damage of her jump dust. Reduced throw range. Let's go. Decreased damage. Let's go. I love, dude. Whenever I read decreased damage on everybody but Kai, I get a little bit happy on the inside. Expanded hurt box. Increase attack startup. I think this is that it's probably her air super or her other super. One of them. Anji Miho. Fujin is the crux of Anji's offense. His follow-ups his follow-ups have improved utility. The decrease in recovery of Fujin makes it harder to push on block. It is now easier to maintain offense. Shin and Rin. Decreased startup. The improvement of Shitsu decelerates near the corner. It functions better as the Okazemi tool in the corner. It's butterfly. Crouching kick. Yeah, we all seen these. No longer in counter hit state. Okay. Jump does expanded frontal hitbox, reduced hurt box. That's his umbrella, I'm pretty sure. Reduced recovery on Fujin. Increased attack level. No longer changes opponent on ground hit. Nagia. Increased attack startup. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I got tired of getting hit by that fucking move every time I was in the air. Reduced attack startup. Decreased damage on second hit. And his super increased damage. Pretty sick. Overall, pretty good. We'll see if we see Anji. Sol and Leo. Not Sol and Leo. Ram and Leo still seem to be really good. So there's no reason to drop them for like Anji. Ino specializes in closing in quickly from mid-range to start her powerful mix-up game. However, she has now more options to pressure the opponent from mid and far range as well. The additional projectile range for Chemical Love makes it easier to hit the opponent. Okay. Aerial anti-depression scale has different utility than the grounded version due to the increase of movement speed of projectile. And Stroke the Big Tree Heavy version has an incredibly powerful tool to the offense. This capability has been reduced by the increasing his recovery while maintaining his speed and reward on hit. So now she can alter her trajectory going up and down. Reduced attack startup on crouching punch. Makes sense. We've seen all these. Trajectory is now easier to alter. I'm pretty sure this is her fireball. Projectile now appears even when the move is rolling canceled at an earlier point. That's pretty sick for pressure. Increase the movement speed up projectile. Increase recovery. Increase the active frame. Stroke the big tree. Increase recovery. Increase stagger duration. Decrease knockback on hit. The final hit during the active frames is the same projectile. Ultimate increase. Oh, this is her. This is her her special or her super. They increase the attack startup. Sick. Gold Lewis is now capable of more powerful offense and neutral due to his change to standing HS and jump D, as well as the buffs to benefits such as Thunderbird and Burn It Down. Due to the increased movement speed and momentum of 6 HS is currently opponent to be cancelled into Behemoth Typhoon. Properties of Thunderbird are now vary depending on security level. Makes sense. Expanded lower hitbox. Hey, that's what people wanted. People wanted because they said his 6P kept kept whiffing on crouchers. Probably still missed like Jacko, but that's pretty good. Increased movement speed, maintains momentum. Thunderbird delayed the timing of security level reset. Recovery now varies depending on security level. Clash level now the parry speed on security level. Crash level now decelerates when close to the corner. Active frames now expand after connecting with opponent. Decrease horizontal blowback except on the final hit. Decrease the timing no longer if Gold Lewis takes damage after firing. The projectile now varies depending on security level. Remove the set distance of the opponent required to act on final hit. The opponent can no longer recovery after landing. Skyfish. Delay the timing. Okay. So Thunderbird's the is the drone he sends out. Down with the system when block hair, land closer, burn it down, recruits recovery, increase attack level. Sick. Jacko. Due to the increase of the initial servant gauge level, Jacko now has more freedom to use servants in neutral, a combo right around start throw servant, and when servant hits. Okay, so they made it so she actually has a servant round start, because before she had to like back the hell up and then get set up, but by then she's already under pressure. So now like round start very similar to like Happy Chaos, and who else has like good, and like Nago, I guess, right? Because Nago has like no blood meter, so he can just start spamming moves. I guess Happy Chaos is just a better example. Very similar to Happy Chaos. You can immediately just start blasting people around star if you honestly felt like it. Granted, you want to put the curse on, but you know what I mean. Increased gauge value around start. All this. Her jumping dust can now be jump canceled and air dash canceled. That's pretty sick. Throw servant. I'm also sad they didn't make jump dust apply shock state. But then again, shock state doesn't go away until Kai gets hit. So maybe, I don't know, new combos coming soon. Throw servant all variants, reduce recovery, increase slash level of servants, made the timing of attention gauge upon increase, recover servant, made the timing, reduced action startup and recovery. Oh, this is all, yeah, they made her, they made Jacko, they might have made Jacko top tier. I'm joking. I don't know. At all. I don't know. They just made everything about her better. Basically, they buffed Jacko. They made everything about Jacko better. So that's pretty good. Jacko was already a good character if you knew how to use her. So now that's scary. Happy Chaos. Here we go. Here we go. The amount of concentration depletes now varies depending on the distance between Happy Chaos and his opponent. It is now more difficult to continuously use fire from long range. On the other hand, he can now use more powerful strings at close range, expending less concentration. They made him more of a rush down. The sight now targets the opponent after they block. Are you ready? Meaning he can now maintain his offense more effectively. That's so sick. I love that for him, King. I love that. I love that. It's fine. I love that for him. As fire can be used during the newly added dash cancels. It's like concentrate the amount of concentration depleted when firing the gun now depends on the distance. Sick. His jump 2K, where he does his little foot stomp, he now decreased or reduced attack startup, reduced recovery after connecting with opponent, decreased height of bounce after connecting with opponent. That's so sick. Reduce recovery, increased base scale damage, increased combo blowback damage, increased combo blowback damage at the Are You Ready as a starter. Now causes wall break value gain. Okay, so does wall break not give you positive bonus no more? Or like, does it give you positive bonus? Or like, what the hell? Because they're talking about like these different wall break gains that I'm just not understanding. They didn't say it in the above. Hitbox now disappears when Happy Chaos takes damage. Steady aim made the timing of detention gauge upon using special moves move activation faster. Reduce recovery after exiting the stance. Made the timing of detention gauge increase. Chaos now remains in counter hit state until the end. Oh my god, so if he's reloading, he's in counter hit state. That's so sick. Made the detention gauge increase. Can now use fire sooner than before. Increase movement speed. Increase health depletion on activation. Properties now varied when activated at low health. Effects now end when Happy Chaos takes damage. Oh my god. They did that with Shock State as well. Biken. Biken's offense was trash. So we're making her offense better. The increased recovery of S version of Kabari, where she applies the tether to you. Combos are more like I can connect. Do the hitbox of Tagami Gaish. And the momentum after canceling her 6k. Momentum now remains but canceled. Now activates even after an upward input, right? So it's no longer, I guess, an instant overhead. Expanded back her box or projectile. Kabari increased attack startup, reduced recovery, increased knockback. That's pretty sick. Now activates. Now less by affected combo blowback scaling. Now triggers counter hit effect. Blowback direction now matches direction back in spacing. Expanded lower hitbox. No longer counter hit state at the end of the active frames. No longer hits opponent when more than a set distance apart. Increased recovery on block. Hey, that's pretty sick. You might actually be, because now that they get a counter hit after, and now that they get a counter hit effect, they made it so if you block it, you actually you might actually be able to punish it. Maybe Stun Dipper can punish it. Increased landing recovery, increased damage, reduced recovery of successful parry, reduced recovery after successful parry as well as unsuccessful. I don't know what that means. That means when she fucks up her parry, she can recover faster? That's kind of weird. It blocked mid of the opponent, now lands more quickly, increased attack starve, decreased knockback. Testament. The last character. Moves such as Grave Reaper have been strengthened. There is many situations where Testament cannot fully launch the offensive in both neutral and opponent wake up. The situation after landing strike hit S version of Grave Reaper has been improved. On Holy Diver. Oh dude, they buffed her fireball attack less startup. That's kind of lame. Holy Diver now causes less blowback on aerial hit, make it easier to follow up on. Pretty sick. Crow fixed the bug where the Crow would not fucking do the thing you wanted it to do. Shorten dash time, making her air dash, I guess, easier to combo into or easier to do mix-ups. Grave Reaper all version now activates. Succubus remains on screen longer. That's pretty sick for Testament. Expanded frontal hitbox and hurtbox of the strike. Grave Reaper slash. The hitbox now launches the opponent higher. Expanded lower hurtbox projectile comes out. Unholy Diver now launches the opponent higher. We just read that. Expanded hitbox after Succubus transformation. My cat's on my desk. I gotta scroll up. Suki, lay down. Now activates even after upward input. Reduce recovery. No Shravada, and that's the Harpies coming out, right, to beat your ass. Initial hit now bounces the opponent higher. Okay, and when blocked midair, the opponent lands more quickly. Okay, my throat hurts. We're about to hit 1 hour, so I don't want to hold you guys too quickly. Overall, I feel like good patches. Everybody who needed to got decreased damage. Except for Leo, he got increased damage, but we're not going to talk about it. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Leo's like a weird one. I don't know. Kai got some good buffs. That's all. My cat keeps hitting my mouse with his tail. Kai got the buffs that I cared about, and that's all I care about is Kai. They made Founder's Arc have better recovery. They made Diary Claire have better recovery. They made Shock State end when Kai takes damage. So that just opens up so many more combos, personally. That just opens up so many more combos. 6K can now be special cancelable, which is what I fucking called. And Dragon Install, once again, like I said, they just keep buffing it, so it's whatever. And they made his aerial stun edge recover faster. And they made his jump dust jump cancelable and air dash canceled. And can now be canceled into special moves. And can now launch the opponent on grounded hit. And now launches the opponent high. Bro, it's just so good. It's just so good. It's just so good. Suki keeps hitting my mouse. But thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a great patch. I'm so excited for the patch to actually come out in 2 days. I got some natural lighting from the sun. It is super early. I only got like a few hours of sleep. I wanted to get the patch notes out ASAP for anybody who's interested in obviously watching my take on it versus obviously the pros out there. But hey, I'll be there one day. If you like the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, comment down below what patches you were excited to see, and I'll see you all again in the next video. See ya.